So the first one is a really good question, and it comes from D&J Gameplay, and he asks, how did you meet all the guys you game with in your videos? Now, some of my friends already talked about this in their videos, but I'm going to tell you guys from my point of view. So the very first guy I ever met on YouTube is Brock, and you guys know him as Moose Knuckle. And the way I found him was when I was first starting out on YouTube, I didn't want to try to go after channels and play with people who had a lot of subscribers. What I wanted to do is try to network with people out there who were just starting their channels up just like me. So what I literally did is I searched on YouTube for titles like first gameplay commentary so I could find channels who are just starting out, and I found a couple people and I messaged a few of them. Some of them responded back, some of them didn't, but one of the people who did respond back was Brock. And we were just exchanging messages, you know, giving each other advice, and we thought each other's videos were pretty good. And we just started playing together and we became good friends, and mostly back in the day we were playing COD. So yeah, that was the very first guy that I ever met on YouTube. Now the next guy that I met goes by the name of I Am Wildcat. You might have heard of him, but the way I found him was the exact same way. I ended up finding his first gameplay commentaries, and I thought his videos were pretty awesome, so I messaged him as well. And he started playing with us a little later on. And the other guy that I met at the very beginning of my quote-unquote YouTube career is a guy that goes by the name of Big Jiggly Panda. Now, a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of him before because he hasn't been playing GTA with us, but he played a lot of COD with us back in the day, so the people who've been around on my channel for a long time probably know who he is. But yeah, we still talk to him and we're still good friends with him, but we just don't play with him as often nowadays. Now, the next two people that I met were Racing Cats and Scrologist, and these two guys were subscribers of mine at the time, and my channel was really small, but I ended up playing with these two guys at one point randomly, and they just became friends with ours, and we started playing together, and those were the main 5 guys that I played with for a really long time: Racing Cat, Scrologist, Panda, Wildcat, and Brock. And I didn't really meet too many people after that for a long time, but the next guy that I did meet was the Gaming Terrorizer, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know who that is. But the way I met him was one day I thought it was a really good idea to maybe do auto-tuning in Call of Duty and just mess with people in random lobbies. So I ended up searching on YouTube to see who was doing it already, and I found his channel and I thought he did a great job, and I thought his content was really awesome. So I messaged him, and I actually ended up posting a montage of his videos on my channel to give him a shout out because I thought he deserved it. And yeah, that's pretty much how we met, but we didn't really play together too much at the start just because he was in a different time zone as me, plus he was really busy with school and work. So unfortunately we weren't playing too often at the time. But the next person that I met later that summer was a guy that goes by the name of H2O Delirious, and I got a message from this guy on YouTube one day, and he thought my videos were pretty cool, and he was wondering if I wanted to play sometime. So I checked out some of his videos, and I told him they were complete shit and to never message me again. And no, I'm kidding. I saw his videos, I thought they were awesome, and I messaged him back, and we ended up playing together. And at the time, he was playing with guys like Basically I Do Work, 407, and Mexecutioner. So obviously I met them through Delirious, and along the way I met other guys like Mini Lad, Louie, and Nogla because they kind of knew each other as well. So I met them through those guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's how I met all the people that I know on YouTube today, and obviously you see them in my videos all the time. And I know it wasn't a spectacular story or anything, nothing special, but that's how I met my friends, and I'm sure I'm missing some details in there, but I just honestly can't remember everything. But that's basically how I met them, and I know it was a long answer, but it was a pretty complicated question.
Next question is how I met Vanoss or anybody else in the group, like Basically I Do Work, 407, Dati, the Nogla. First off, the way I met Vanoss was I seen a video of his back in Modern Warfare 3, and I really liked it. It was a trolling video. It was a remix to the Ludacris song Move Bitch Get Out the Way. I sent him a message on YouTube and told him I really liked this video and asked him if he ever would like to play sometimes, and he replied back. And since then, you know, we've been playing together. That's how I met Wildcat. Wildcat's funny as hell. That's how I met Scrologist through Vanoss. And to tell you the truth, I don't really remember how I met Basically I Do Work. I just know that we started off ninja diffusing a lot back in Modern Warfare 3 together. He would give like really awesome reactions to the ninja diffuses, and like no one could out react that guy. And I'm really happy that I did start playing with him because he has become an awesome person to play with. He's really funny, and he's also the way I met Nogla. He randomly invited him one day in our game on Modern Warfare 3. Nogla was just like sitting there AFK, and Marcel was like singing and dancing around him. Yeah, I didn't know who Nogla was at the time, but really happy I got to meet him because Nogla's a really awesome person to play with. He's really funny, and he's Irish. You know, who wouldn't want to play with him? And next is 407. I don't remember how we started playing together, but I do remember that he was like a fanboy, or he liked my videos at first. I remember seeing comments on them, and I seen him in a game one time, and I recognized his name. I was ninja defusing. He tried to ninja defuse me, and I turned around, shot him in the face, and put him in a reverse ninja video. And after that, you know, we become friends, and he's a really awesome guy. My videos wouldn't be as funny without him, and he's a really big part of my YouTube channel. My channel wouldn't be where it's at right now if it wasn't for funny guys like him, Vanoss, Marcel, Executionator, Manny Lad, Who's Chaos, everybody, you know.
I get asked all the time on Twitter and in my comment section how I met my friend. And I've talked about it a few times in a few Q&As and stuff like that, but I thought I'd make an entire video explaining how I got into YouTube and how I met all the people that I game with today and I upload videos with. So here is my YouTube story. December 2012. The young Marcel, eager to start his channel. Realistically, I don't know exactly when I started my YouTube channel, but I know that it was somewhere around December, February, March, October. When Modern Warfare 3 was out, I played a lot of competitive Call of Duty. We played game battles, and I was really into it, and I was really good, and I cared about my stats. My KD ratio was bad. I was that guy that talked shit if you didn't have above a 2 KDR. There was about 5 or 6 of us. It was me, Hawaiian Raider, if you've seen him in a few of my videos, Nate, the big ginger roommate, Executioners on the team as well. And we did pretty well. You know, our first season competing or whatever, we made it to the, like, 2nd page on game battles, which is good. But after a while, people would start DDoSing us, cheating, and uploading like random things saying that they won with like screen caps and Photoshop. So I thought I should buy a recording device so I could upload the proof that we actually won the game, so it hasn't recorded on our phone in like theater mode and stuff like that. So I did. Shortly after that, I was banned on Modern Warfare 3 for like a month, and they gave me 100,000 deaths, which tanked my KD, which really upset me because like the other 90% of the community that played Modern Warfare 3, I used the token glitch, which lets you have limited tokens. So I decided to just mess around and just mess with people, you know, get ninja diffuses and record just random funny moments that I have with my friends. Right around this time, someone on my game battles team, his brother played with a guy who had just started his YouTube channel too, and his name was H2O Delirious. And that's how I met Delirious. It was a friend of a friend, and we just started playing together, and we worked out really well. Delirious did funny things, and I was loud and obnoxious. We just kind of meshed together so well. So that's how I started my YouTube channel. It was just me, Delirious, and whoever we could play with, uploading and recording whatever we could, ninja diffuses, you know, funny moments, random voice chat. During this time, I also met like cartoons and stuff like that. And then randomly one day when me and Delirious were playing, somebody's session joined us, and he was really loud, he was really obnoxious, and that man is 407. So then we had like a little trio. It was me, Delirious, 407, and still whoever we could play with. So after a few months of just us playing together, you know, we met a few random people. We met people like Who's Chaos, I Am Big Puffer, Colonel Sanders, Master Wanky, just random people we could play with. We also met Mini Lad at this time, but Mini Lad left me in my time of need. He didn't resurface until later on in my life. Yeah, we just kind of hung out, you know, and we picked up whoever we could, whoever was online. I'm really sweaty right now. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how it, I don't even remember what happened, but I was still like under 1,000 subs. I met Dahi Denogla. And yes, Dahi was just as retarded and obnoxious as he is now. Still love you to death, Dahi. And through Dahi, I met people like the Hitmasters, Heckin, Louis, you know, Michelle. So for like another month or two, I just kept playing with those guys and Delirious and 407 and whoever we could play with. And I was super pumped. I even fanboyed when Louis called me by my first name. He was like, hey, Marcel, you need to like defuse the bomb. And I freaked out. I even tweeted, Louis Caliber knows my name. Randomly one day, I got into a lobby with Wildcat and Moose Knuckle. And they kind of knew who I was because they showed me one of Nobody Epic's shit from last week. But we just kind of clicked and we just played random like versus match. We played like Riot Shields only and like knifing only. We played that for like an hour. And then right at the beginning of Black Ops 2, at the very end of Modern Warfare 3, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how this went down, but I think Vanoss messaged Delirious and asked if he wanted to play with him one day. That's how we all kind of came together. We decided just one day we'd all got on. I don't know exactly who was there, but we just got together one day and it worked out pretty well. And instead of having like 3 separate groups of people, we just kind of took whatever we could. We made like one group Skype chat and we would basically just type in the chat whenever someone wanted to play. And then I don't know what happened, but Mini Lad just kind of resurfaced out of nowhere. He was like gone and then he was there. So yeah, so right around that time, I had like maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. I think Evan still had the most at like 100, 150. Delirious was at like 50. Wildcat was at like 10, maybe 15, 20. And that's it. We just kind of formed a group. That's it. That's how I got into YouTube, and that's how I started. I went from like 4,000 to 5,000 subscribers before I met all my friends, and now I'm at like 850K-ish. So should have did this like How I Met Your Mother. Not said anything.
This question was very popular. How did you meet Vanoss, Dahi, and the Reest? I'm sure he meant the rest. I met Vanoss way back when I started my channel. He found my very first video, left a comment, said that we should play together, and we've played together ever since. I met H2O Delirious. Basically, I do work 407. I met all those guys pretty much at the start of Black Ops 2, because towards the end of Modern Warfare 3, Vanoss started playing with Delirious, and then that's kind of how we all came to be. I don't really play with Louis too much, and Mini Lad I also met through like guys like Basically I Do Work and 407 and stuff like that. So that answers that.